guys, welcome back. My name is Alex and this is Budget Me Alex. It's been a very long time. I honestly completely forgot my spiel. I haven't filmed a single video in, I can't even tell you how long. Between this one and my vlog channel, I haven't really been posting much, and it's been really hard for me to pick up the camera. And not only that, it's been even harder to actually sit down and take the time to edit. So if you guys do see my vlog videos, you're going to be seeing that a lot of them are like backdated. So I'm just trying to kind of like catch up on all those previous videos. And then once I do catch up on that, you guys are going to be seeing some pretty current content. So I did want to jump back on and start filming again. Just a little bit of an update. This is going to be a chatty video. It's been a hard start to the year, not going to lie. I had a very heavy prayer list and it's just been very difficult. I don't want to talk about my debt. I was kind of like in a position where I was just doing what I had to do and I don't feel bad about it. We're going to clear it out eventually and I'm not worried about it. Right now we're only going to be stuffing what we can, and that's just going to be basically like my bills in my wallet. So we are stuffing $840 today. I'm just going to give this a quick count, and then while I'm stuffing, I'll just give you guys the update. So we have $400, $450, $500, $550, $570, $590, $610, $630, $650, $670, $690, $710, $730, $750, $760, $70, $80, $90, $800, $810, $820, $825, $830, $835, $840. So as usual, I'm just gonna stuff my wallet with what I did previously. I haven't been cash stuffing in a very long time, so I've kind of just, what I have is what I use. I haven't really actually like separated any of it. So this is gonna be the first time we do this in a very long time. But I did already get groceries this week, but I'm still gonna stuff it and then I'll just like pay myself back. 50, 50, and 50 for gas, groceries, and eating out. 25 for personal and 5 for, is it miscellaneous? I believe it's miscellaneous. Oh, buffer. But yeah, so you guys all know that I was really struggling with my health. Being totally transparent with you guys, I am getting a lot better, but it was a little bit, in the beginning of the year, I guess, actually, let me backtrack to November. I started to get some pain in my left elbow and I couldn't figure out what it was. Like, it would actually wake me up in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep because it hurt so bad. I couldn't move my arm, I couldn't bend at the elbow. And it happened for like 2 weeks, I want to say. It eventually went away. Didn't really think anything of it. And then sometime in December, it kind of started to act up again. And then in December, it kind of like gradually progressed. So it went from my left elbow down to my left hand. And then from January to like March, it was every single bone in my body. So my hands, my feet, my knees, my elbows, and some parts that weren't even my joint, like I would have radiating pain all the way down my arm, my body. I hadn't worked out since January, and somehow I would wake up every single day feeling like I did the most intense workout of my life. Like every single muscle in my body was in so much pain, and I was starting to get really concerned. Just because I am generally a very healthy person, I do try to take care of myself the best that I can, and I couldn't really find a reason behind what this was. So you guys know I always go the holistic route first. I went to my holistic doctor and she said it's looking like, well, first she said she's very concerned, kind of just like looking at my scans, and hold on real quick. Mazda gets 265, I believe. She said it's looking like early signs of early onset arthritis, which is obviously very concerning. I'm only 30 years old. 100, 200, 250, 260, 265. And there's no genetic history of my family struggling with arthritis, any kind of like joint pain or inflammation like that. So she recommended some supplements. I cleaned up my diet a little bit and the pain just kept getting worse. So I decided to make an appointment with Kaiser, and car insurance gets $80. Sorry, I'm trying to remember like the math that I did because I'm obviously behind on cash stuffing. We're at the end of the month. But what's it called? Yeah, so I made an appointment with Kaiser. It started off with a video call, and she was like, it's weird because it sounds like arthritis, but are you actually seeing any kind of like inflammation around your joint area? And I said, no, I'm not. $100 for life insurance. I said, no, I'm not. That's the thing. I just feel pain everywhere. And I want to say the person that actually saw me like the most vulnerable was my boyfriend, because I spent the most time with him. I remember we were in the car one day and my hands were just in so much pain. I couldn't even open a pen cap because my hands were so weak. And we were in the car and I was texting and my phone just like fell out of my hands because I couldn't carry it. And I remember just crying because I was just so frustrated. Like, why am I in so much pain? Like, nobody can figure it out. He took me to my doctor's appointments. Verizon gets $80. And so I went to Kaiser. It started off with that video call, like I said. And she said, okay, like, we're going to run some blood work. And if anything comes back suspicious, then, you know, we'll take it from there. But I want you to come into the office because I want to see your joints in person. And I said, okay. I think this one gets $30, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I don't remember, honestly. Whatever. All of my utilities and stuff, that's already been paid for, so I'm not putting any of that in here, so we're not gonna worry about that. But yeah, so I think Verizon gets 85 actually. So we do the blood work and he's like, the guy that's taking my blood kind of just starts laughing. He's like, oh, did your arm go numb? And I was like, yeah, how do you know? I can't feel my arm at all. And he's like, oh yeah, usually when we draw too much blood, the circulation kind of just stops and your arm falls asleep. And then he kind of just starts laughing and I was like, oh, cool. You have to take all this blood for me, whatever. Credit cards gets $100. And then I guess I'm just gonna keep talking because we're done with the cash stuffing. But so yeah, they drew all the blood, whatever. And then I had my appointment with the doctor and she's like feeling around all of my bones, my joints, and it's so painful. Like, it hurts so bad. And she looked at me dead in the eye and she goes, I know this isn't what you want to hear, but you're the perfect learning case because I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with you. And I was like, okay, that was not very comforting at all. She was like, regardless of what the blood results come back, if it's good or bad, whatever it might be, I'm going to call you and I'm going to explain your lab results. And I said, okay, cool, like, thanks. She said they should come back in about 3 days. She's like, I want to say it's rheumatoid arthritis just because that's what it's looking like, but because I don't see any kind of inflammation around the joint area, she was like, they're probably going to diagnose you with fibromyalgia. Now, the way she explained it was it's usually onset by mood disorders, and then it like the emotional pain is so strong that it translates into physical pain. And I told her, I was like, she asked me like, am I struggling with anxiety, depression, am I stressed? And I said, look, if anyone is struggling, like if anyone is desperate to figure out what's wrong with me, it's gonna be me. I'm feeling this pain all day, every day. But I will not claim to tell you that I have any kind of mood disorder just to find a reason to explain the pain that I'm feeling. I said, I'm not sad, I'm not anxious, I'm not even stressed. I said, if anything's putting me in a bad mood, it's all of this pain that I'm feeling. But there was no struggle with my anxiety, depression, thank God, because I do know what that's like. I have struggled with that in the past. So I can very much differentiate my emotions in that sense. I know what it's like to have a bad day or be in a little bit of a slump or a rut and to actually be in like full-blown depression. I do understand that, and I'm not totally dismissing it. Whoever is struggling with that, like, I recognize that because I have been there. But I told her, I said, I'm not struggling with any kind of like depression or anxiety or anything like that, not even stress. And so she was like, okay, that's kind of the general diagnosis when we can't figure out what's wrong with you and you have all this pain. And I said, okay. So then I was like, whatever. And I really think that the reason I was searching so hard for a diagnosis was because the pain like was not gradual. It went from 0 to 100 very quickly. And I think that I just wanted someone to confirm that the actual diagnosis was less than the fear that I had in my head. And, you know, you think the worst thing is like, oh, could it be cancer, or like, what might it be? Either way, they wanted to diagnose me with some kind of a chronic disease. And so I get home and I get the notification that literally 3 hours later, like, my blood results were in. And so I said, oh, cool, they should be calling me any day now. And I didn't expect her to call me in the same day, just because obviously she's busy. But I let the day pass, and I obviously couldn't explain like my lab results. I'm not a doctor. And first thing in the morning, like literally first thing in the morning, I get a call from Kaiser, and they're like, hi, this is Kaiser, this is my name, whatever, so-and-so. And so I said, oh, okay, cool, like, are you guys calling to explain my lab results? And she was like, no, this is your rheumatology referral. And it was just like the biggest crush to me. I just felt like, God, I don't want this to be real. And she was like, I'm calling to confirm, or just to make an appointment with you. We have one as early as Monday. And this was Friday. So everything was moving very quickly, the way that they wanted me to get into the office, from the video call to in person, the blood test, and the rheumatology referral. And I said, okay, so I ended up booking it. And the rest of the day just goes by, and I just keep praying and praying and praying. And I was just, I don't know, and not to sound all like super spiritual, but I just knew like God did not want me to go to that appointment. And some of you guys might think I'm foolish for not going. Honestly, I probably would have thought someone would be too if they were to be dealing with that. But I knew for a fact, like, it was a conviction for me if I went to that appointment. And I called my boyfriend and I said, I'm not going. And he's like, why are you not going? Like, we need to figure out what's wrong. And I said, no, we don't. I said, because you know what? God has healed me in the past, and there's no reason why he can't do it again. And I said, he's either going to heal me or he's going to heal me. That is all that I have left to believe. And I would rather have the hope that God will one day heal me, even if it's not today, tomorrow, or even 3 years from now. I know that this is going to go away. I said, and I would rather have my last words that I heard of the doctor and my last memory of them be, I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with you. I said, I would rather in my mind have left them clueless as to what is wrong with my body and leave that in the hands of God, who created my body. And so I said, we're not doing that. I'm going to ask our pastor and our leaders to pray for me. I'm going to pray for myself, and I'm going to do everything that I can in my ability to come up on my end. If I expect God to do his part in healing me, then I'm going to do my part in taking care of myself. Because I can't just say, hey, God, I want you to heal me, but I'm just going to continue to treat this body like trash. Like, if I want him to take care of me, then I need to show that I can take care of myself and I can care for it, and like value my own body enough to know that it's worthy of being healed. And that's just how I see it personally. And so I ended up starting school at this time, and I can finally say, you guys, I'm very excited. As of this week, I'm officially a board certified holistic nutrition consultant, and I'm so excited about it. That's also why I haven't really been able to film. I've kind of just been slammed with school and work and everything like that. But I said, okay, I know that God's gonna heal me. I am in prayer with that. There was a lot of people behind me praying with me as well. And you know what? While I believe he has the healing power to completely transform my body, I do also believe that he provided me the knowledge to discern how I should take care of it exactly. So I decided to go on the journey of a detox and really taking care of my body. And my mom and I are doing this together. We're in partnership. We are officially starting our business. And we are going to be doing like online coaching and in person, obviously, as well. But we both kind of were like each other's guinea pigs. And so I did my absolute best to take care of myself. I lost about 22 pounds. And just because it was I retransitioned into like regular food, I gained about 5 of that back. So I'm currently down like 15 pounds. And while I do still occasionally feel pain, like, I'd be lying to you right now if I told you that I was 100% pain-free. I still have some pain in my left arm. Last night my knee was hurting. Today my right hand and my left elbow. But you know what? It used to be around the clock. It used to be 24/7. And now I will go weeks without feeling any ounce of pain. And then yeah, occasionally I'll get a little bit of a flare-up. It's not anything I can't get past. I still have full mobility, and I thank God for that. But I know that he's going to heal me. And I know that I'm in the process of that. And we're progressing through this, and I know that he has the power to do that. And so I'm just super excited. Honestly, I feel like I've reduced a ton of inflammation. I don't even know if you guys can notice it in my hands, but my hands were so swollen in the past, and I've just like been really doing my best to take care of myself. I did not have the emotional, the mental, or even physical capacity to be doing videos. With my last couple of cash stuffing videos, you guys, it was very hard for me to do because my hands were in so much pain. Obviously, I didn't have to tell anybody, but to just go through anything and just do like basic motions, it was extremely hard for me. And I just thank God that I have the ability now, again, to be fully mobile with my body. I started walking 5 miles a day. I haven't been able to do that in so long. And I'm currently training for a 10K, and I'll be doing a half marathon at the end of the year, which I'm very excited about. But I thank you guys so much for being so patient with me. I thank you guys for checking up on me. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to respond. I just was not in a place where I was able to do this. And my pay schedule has kind of changed, so bear with me while I try to navigate that a little bit and kind of separate my paychecks properly. Like I said, I'm not really going to mention anything about my debt right now. I'm not really worried about it. It's going to get taken care of when it gets taken care of. And I don't know if I'll be doing any kind of debt update anytime soon. I'll be honest, I got a lot of questions about that as well. Right now I'm stuffing mostly because I have to, but I'm not trying to do anything extra with the challenges or debt or anything like that. Just like doing what I can, and what's presented in front of me, we'll take that one day at a time. But yeah, that's been the update. I had a very heavy prayer list at the beginning of the year, and it's still there. But I feel like every day is just getting a little bit better. It was just really hard with my health. Finances were a little bit difficult. Just a lot of things that happened, and I won't go into detail about everything. This was my biggest struggle for this portion of the year. But I will leave you guys with this, and it's something that my sister told me recently, just because I was really stuck in a place of frustration and kind of like in my in-between of the seasons. And my sister told me, she said, you know what, I know that you have a very heavy prayer list going on right now, and I know that you're waiting for the next thing to happen, whether you're waiting for your body to be healed or you're waiting for better finances or whatever it might be. I know that you have a lot that you're praying for. And she's like, I don't want you to forget the things that he's already done while you're waiting for the things that you want to happen. And so I just really thank God that in the middle of this trial, it's been a very big trial for me, he does give us a testimony within that. So I thank God for the testimonies within the trials. And if you guys are in a waiting season, or if you guys are looking for a healing or your finances, whatever you might be struggling with, life happens. Just control what you can. And I'm going to give you the only advice I know how. And to me, I just cling to God. Like, he is my crutch. I rely on him for everything. If I'm struggling with my finances, he is my provider. If I am struggling with my health, he is my healer. If I'm struggling with my mind, he is the peacekeeper. And I just truly believe that he is going to get me through this season. And I'm just, sometimes it's hard to be patient, but you know what? He just asked me to be patient. So whatever pause this is in my life, it could just be for my protection. And this is just going to go to show others that God can do anything. And I'm telling you guys, I went from not being able to get out of my bed because I could not move a single inch of my body to now literally training for races again. And I'm so excited, and I thank God so much. And little by little, if you guys stick around, I know I'm going to have a testimony about this healing. He did it once with my body. He'll do it again. So I thank you guys so much. This was a long, very chatty video, but I appreciate you guys. Like I said, my pay schedule is a little bit different, so I don't exactly know what my schedule is going to look like on filming here. I am still trying to edit my vlog videos as well, so you guys are going to be seeing more videos there. And just thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.